If this is to be the end, then I will tell them of the beginning. Of how your spark was ignited. Of your will to survive. Of the power that flowed from within you into this enchanting realm of beauty and decay. Your flame has grown strong, but in the end, it was not enough. You answered the call, but who answered yours? None. But the darkness, the malice, the relentless legions of the mist. Alone, no one stands against the shroud. But you are not alone, for now we come with iron and steel, and the flame of the ancients in our veins. Together, we take back what was stolen. We reshape this earth to our will. Together, we declare, if this is to be the end, it will not be ours.
Well, all right. It is Thursday night. No cam night tonight. Too lazy, too worn out, too crabby. But still, want to make sure he had something to take the bank, so here I am. Right, Brad? And good evening, Nick. Good evening, Evert Warnethrer. Brad. Skull Sphinx. What has 5 toes but isn't your foot? I don't know. What has 5 toes but isn't my foot? I am flummoxed. I have no idea. I am not wearing your foot. Ah, okay. That's pretty good. And now I'm not wearing a hat. A hat feels too constrictive. Although if I were using my cam, I would be wearing a hat because I need a haircut real bad. I've just been too lazy to go get one. But I'm officially overdue at this point. I could have... You know what, Brad? Just for that, I'm going to put one on. Just... I'm going to do it right now. I won't even be lying. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. All right, there we go. Under Armour hat is on, Brad. My new fancy one too. The one that still has the logo on it, not like the one I put in the washing machine. The OG Under Armour hat. So, yeah, Nick, this game is it's obviously got a lot of very familiar elements, but it also doesn't, it feels different. It doesn't feel like pretty much any other survival game. It's more of an adventure game. It's more of an open world adventure game that's not so much focused, it's not really focused on the crafting grind. I mean, that's still, crafting progression is still central to the game, but you're not out there like just spam farming resources in order to get enough to like build a wall. It's more that you're exploring and finding like new ingredients and ways to unlock new things. So the game is more, it's more focused on exploring the world, and it's a pre-made world, not procedural. So some people have been comparing it to like Valheim, but it is a designed world, and it almost has that kind of design and intentionality of like a Dark Souls game or Elden Ring. it almost feels more like Elden Ring in terms of world tone and design. Although obviously not, it's a lot less punishing. It's super punishing game. This one time your dad was washing his car with his son. Wait, one time a dad was washing a car with his son. He then says to the dad, "Dad, why can't you just use a sponge?" He's using his kid instead of a sponge. I saw that you really liked it, Evie. Oh, cool. Yeah, I saw your post, and this just been one of those weeks where I even like I got in trouble with my wife today because she tried to text me in the morning and I was in a meeting, I didn't even notice. So, and that happens sometimes when I'm working. Then I get in trouble because I didn't notice her text. Well, now the thing is, I did give you a thumb up right before stream because I wanted to let you know that I'd seen it. Because when I went in, go into Discord to post my stream, and when I was opening Discord, I was like, "Oh yeah, Evie sent me that thing." Although I would say I don't feel like I hyped it up that much. Evie left a note in my Discord that said she's gonna try it. Better be good with you hyping it up this much. And I was like, did I really hype it up that much? I mean, I know I get it. I buy it. It's my default, but I don't know if I ever went on like not the way that I am with Huel, you know. I don't go on a pro Mountain Dew Baja Blast campaign. I'm drinking the zero sugar variant right now. And it's like, I find that fruity diet drinks often hold up better than certain other diet drinks. So the regular Baja Blast is much more enjoyable to me, but let me see. Yeah, I mean, I think this holds up pretty well as a diet drink. So I am literally drinking 0-calorie Baja Blast right now. It's supposedly permanent now, but they lied before. Wait, what's permanent? The Baja Blast is available? A whiteout as like one of their promotional flavors. Well, Baja Blast has been like, you've been able to get that at Taco Bell for, God, probably 7, 8 years, 10, maybe 10 years. The flavor's been around for a while. It's just, I'm not used to seeing it in a store. But it's been at Taco Bell for a long time. Oh, the can and bottles are now permanent. Okay. All right. You'd rather drink motor oil than artificial sweeteners, so you haven't tried it. Yeah, water is the main thing that I drink right now. Although I won't lie, this past year I've gotten into like artificially sweetened water powder, like flavor powders, like Hawaiian Punch and a bunch of other. The big one I've been doing lately, the Skittles has released for all of the tropical Skittles, the berry Skittles, and the regular Skittles. You can get these boxes of all the assorted flavors of the Skittles that you pour into water and make your water taste like it. And I thought it sounded like really dumb and like kind of a stupid idea. But they're at these, I think it's called Grocery Outlet. We call it the used food store. It's sort of like promotional items that maybe didn't make it. Like they made a bunch of it and then they ended up not being successful, so stores got rid of them. So yeah, my wife's got me a bunch of these Skittles ones. They're pretty good. Crystal Light. Ugh, I don't like Crystal Light though. I know the saying, you should have Crystal Light. What is it? I believe in Crystal Light because I believe in me. It's that one, right? But Crystal Light always did this thing where it would make me feel like my throat was swelling when I drank it. So, yeah, I always ended up like, I'd try to get into Crystal Light, and then I'd be like, oh. You mostly drink coffee, whiskey, and water. You do have a soft spot for soda. That's fair. Whiteout was also supposedly permanent at one point, as was Pitch Black after winning competitions. Well, anything is subject. I mean, without, except for regular Mountain Dew, probably. But then what I like, I don't know if this one's permanent or not. It seems like it's become like available all the time, but not all stores carry it. Is the Live Wire? It tastes like orange Jello. I don't know why I like it so much, but I really like the Mountain Dew Live Wire. Nick, you like Crystal Heavy? What's that? What's that one? I have no clue if it's true or not, but you keep reading articles, you're going to increase pay at every Walmart for managers and non-salaried associates. That would be good. Yeah, that would be good. I mean, I think in general, like, the lower end wages are going up anyways. So, and also, I think it's becoming more and more in the last few years, more and more of an employees market. Whereas, 10 years ago, employers were like, everyone was begging for a job. And so they could just be like, no, we shall offer you dry toast and 3 pebbles a week and you will like it. And now they're starting to realize, oh, it's like, if we try to do that, they're just going to go work somewhere else. Don't you want your pebbles, girl? Oh. You could do the same job across the street and get $15 an hour? Oh. And they're hiring? Oh. I don't think I've tried Mountain Dew Spark. No, that's the one. What was I thinking of? There was some weird limited Coca-Cola flavor, I think is what I was thinking of. But I don't know, because I have my friends in San Diego, and obviously I haven't seen them a ton since we moved here. But like we went and visited them last year, and they notoriously always stock up on whatever like special Mountain Dew flavors you have. Every time we go, they've always got whatever, is it like oddball, limited time, special edition Mountain Dew flavors. They even had, I think they had that might have been, is that where I tried the spicy Cheetos? Well, anyways, they've always got different stuff. So I've tried a whole bunch of different Mountain Dews. And so there's a good chance if it's been around for a few years, I've probably tried it when I was visiting them. It's pretty tart. I don't know. It could go either way with me on the tart. So, tart can ruin it for me. Yeah, it was a spicy Cheetos Mountain Dew. It's like I think it was Flamin' Hot. It was Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew, and I think it even had Chester Cheetah on the cover. It actually it tasted really good. You remember? Are you asking because I said it wrong? You thought it was funny, or you didn't remember that they had Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew? Yeah, they did. I thought it tasted real good. It tasted like a really good like berry. I don't know if it's strawberry or what kind of berry, but it's like a berry punch. And I thought it tasted real good, but it was like a really tasty berry punch that immediately gave you heartburn. It was like heartburn in a bottle is what it felt like. So it didn't taste like some sort of weird spicy cheese or something. I mean, that would have been heinous. So it didn't taste like cheese at all. It was just red, and it was like a red berry punch flavor. And when you drank it, it burned your throat going down. Was basically it. I wouldn't seek it out, but I didn't mind it either. It was like, yeah, it tastes good. Just I don't like the sensation that I've got. And it didn't actually give me heartburn, but it felt like having heartburn going down. It wasn't necessarily even spicy in the mouth the way that a spicy food is. Maybe it's because the way you drink a drink rather than the way you eat a spicy food. But it just felt like a burning down the throat and into the esophagus. It's like, oh, that's not. Just feels like I need some Tums now. But then it faded. Slammin' Hot Cheetos don't taste like cheese either. I could do with either one. I think the cheddar jalapeno Cheetos I tend to prefer over time. You love your Chromebook. It lasted for 7 hours. You put on energy saver. That's a good long time for any mobile device to last of constant use. You were using it for 7 hours? Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty impressive. You're not into burning drinks, Nick? You also don't drink alcohol, a different kind of burning drink. Well, see, I've never really enjoyed alcohol that much, but I look at enduring the burn as the cost, as the toll that you have to pay to become the mayor of Drunktown. If you want to apply for, you want to run for office for mayor of Drunktown, that's where you gotta. That's what you need to do. And Mayor of Drunktown is actually a mixed drink that I used to order from this place that made up all of its own drink names. They also had the Soccer Mom. It was Capri Sun and vodka. I forget what was in the Mayor of Drunktown, but I just always remember the name Mayor of Drunktown because it made me. I liked it. It was fun to order it. It's like, what can I get you? Can you get me a Mayor of Drunktown, please, and a Soccer Mom? But I like spicy stuff more or less, but like I've had spicy drinks. Like one thing that I like is like I've had spicy hot cocoa or like a spicy mocha, and that burns the mouth. But I actually enjoy that. And I like hot drinks like they're not going to burn you, but maybe they're hot enough to sting a little bit. That helps me wake up in the morning. But yeah, if you drink the spicy drink where it doesn't burn in your mouth, it burns down your throat. It's different. It's like they did something wrong. That's how I feel. You just don't like it when cocktails have sexual names? One of my favorite, back in my Columbia days, one of my favorite drinks was Sex on the Beach. But it wasn't because of the name. It was because of it was like fruit punch. It tastes like fruit punch that made you get drunk. So that was always the best kind of alcohol for me. Was the alcohol that didn't taste like alcohol. Like I would much rather have just been drinking Hawaiian Punch. If Hawaiian Punch would have made me drunk, I would have drank that instead of any other like actual alcoholic beverage. You don't drink coffee or tea, and not really hot cocoa. Yeah, I wasn't into coffee until probably my late 30s. I got a taste for in my 20s. I liked going to like coffee houses and getting like mochas and like sweet foofy. Basically, they're not even. It's like my wife tells me it's not even like real coffee. Like those are just. It's basically like candy drinks. But it wasn't until after I was married that something clicked with like how to prepare the coffee with the right amount of type of cream and ratios and everything, where I was like, oh shit, I love this. And now it's like in the mornings, especially goddamn this week. Oh my god, you guys, my job. Now I'm not complaining. I like my job, but holy hell, it's been like a challenge this past 2 weeks. And today was a particular. There's a new crisis. A new crisis arose, and I was like tasked to be one of the main people fixing it. So it was just been stressful. That's why I was almost like, I'm crabby. I'm just crabby. And then, because I just been stressed. Not because it's been bad. No one's been yelling at me or anything like that. In fact, I've been getting like recognition and kudos from people like well up the food chain for me at my job, that makes me feel good. But I also had all this spotlight on me all day. Big spotlight on me from all these higher ups as I like wrap my head around what the hell's going on and how to fix it. That's what Brad. That's what Amanda said when I said, "Hey, my boss's boss just sent me like a. They have this service where they can like formally announce It's called Recognize. I don't know. It's not like specific to our company, so you might have heard of it. I can't remember what the website is, but it's tied in with our. I think it is tied in with our company software, but it's a separate, like a third-party thing. And towards the end of the day, I was like, "Oh, my boss says so and so." It's not my boss, my boss's boss, and the person that I'm working directly under for this used to be my boss's boss's boss. Her boss, the one that gave me the kudos today. I've been working directly for him on this emergency project because he got promoted into a different vertical. So he's not like up my chain directly anymore. He's now at some like serving some higher function somewhere nearby within our company structure, nearby and above all of us. A dino crisis, exactly. I didn't want to say anything, Nick, but because there's NDAs and confidentiality agreements, but it was a dino crisis. And they're like, "Hey, do we have any attorneys working down there in the pits that are familiar with video games?" They're like, "Yeah, I think one of them is actually called they call him G-Law." Like, no shit. Yeah, it stands for gaming lawyer. All right, well, we'll make him fix everything. We got a dino crisis on our hands. But yeah, so I tell Amanda, I was like, "Oh shit, I just got recognized by my boss's boss." And Amanda's like, "Yeah, what they should really do is give you a raise." So, and we've been over this. Like, I've even told my own supervisor, I said, all my supervisors, I said, I like what I do. I like the people that I work with. I like the people that I work for. But when I look at the kind of benefits that Amanda gets at her government job, it makes me want to quit. And it's just the nature of like private versus public government. And then also, I think the nature of the company that I work for is because it's largely a project based. It's based on large class actions happening and other similar programs. It's the way that they're structured. It makes them like there's a lot of influx of there's a huge temp force. They'll hire a bunch of temps, and that's what I was, but it turned out like the shit they hired me for ended up being an ongoing concern and borderline permanent at this point. And so that's why everyone who got hired into our body of work ended up staying. But usually there will be a big project or a payout for like a class action. It gets done, and then 80% of the people who were involved in making that happen get laid off. Or not laid off, they were just contingent workers to begin with. They're just like, all right, we don't need you anymore, bye. So I have a feeling that like my position it's not contemplated that it's the type of position that like the company's not designed to entice people to stay for a long time. I think it's not, at least at the level of the work that we do, even though it's like it's a somewhat an advanced level type of position and work. You bought some bananas, hot fudge, and vanilla ice cream to make a sundae. You had one a few days ago, and I've been craving one ever since. That actually sounds pretty good. I think I had ice cream for the first time in a while recently. I can't remember what flavor it was. Some sort of Ben & Jerry's. I like ice cream. Oh no, it wasn't Ben & Jerry's, but it reminded me of Ben & Jerry's. I think it was Godiva's ice cream, and it was some sort of like cherry with like chocolate flakes and some other stuff in it. It was really good. But this past year I've been sort of avoiding binging on shit if I can avoid it, but I don't play by the rules all the time, as the local Taco Bell can tell you. Look at the rich man. Okay, well, in fairness, Brad, it was Godiva's from the same store where I got these Skittles flavor water flavoring. It's a store where you get everything cheap because major brands come out with flavors that flop, and then they end up at this store and you get it real cheap. So just to keep it real, yeah, I got a big fancy ice cream name, but I paid bargain bin prices for it because it was a variant that apparently did not capture the public eye very well. I forget even what the flavor was, aside from I was like, it's pretty good. I ate it. And I'm missing stuff here. Major said he used to like Hawaiian Punch. They started, you know what? I thought I noticed that at one point. You're right. That in Hawaiian Punch, even the non-diet version still had artificial sweeteners in it. Now that you mention that, I remember that, doing that and that happening. I just don't get it that much. In fact, what I tend to get more often is 7-Eleven everywhere? 7-Eleven has their own 7-Eleven brand drinks. This little convenience store. I think that's everywhere. You guys all know 7-Eleven? Anyways. They have their own, like, in-house made lines of drinks. And they had just one that's like 7-Eleven Tropical Punch. And it's basically Hawaiian Punch for a third of the price and without the artificial sweeteners. So I think that's what happened at a certain point. I just started getting that instead of Hawaiian Punch. It's like, it's basically the same thing. But, yeah, I mean, I think my go-tos if I'm going to have naughty drink are big three are Pepsi, Coke, and Mountain Dew. And usually it's normal Mountain Dew. And that's sort of what I go for. But sometimes I like an orange soda. I'm not discriminating. It could be a Crush. It could be a... Do they still have orange? Do they still have Slice? Is that still a thing? Or that they stopped selling that 20 years ago? I can't remember. Sunkist. That's another big orange one. And then there's just various companies that make orange soda varieties. I think orange soda is one of my other favorite go-tos. Tahitian Treat. I don't know that one. Is that Godiva? I keep wanting to call it Govindas because that was the name of the the super cheap all-you-can-eat buffet that run by the Hare Krishnas in Los Angeles that we used to love to go to. It's called Govindas. We'd make a whole Saturday afternoon out of it because we didn't have a car, so we had to take 2 trains to get there and then walk for like a mile from the train station. Then we put down our $8, and it was like mostly like Indian type food and salad bar, and really good stuff. But it's called Govindas. Yeah, another place for cheap people. They never overtly tried to convert us to Krishnaism either. Although they played Krishna music the whole time you're there, and they had pamphlets at every table about like Krishna, and they had wall murals all over the place about Krishna. And it was attached to a massive Krishna temple. And there's a big gift shop upstairs with lots of books and things about Krishna. But nobody ever came up and said, hey, you want to join our cult? Well, they say, the best way into someone's heart is through their stomach. And that almost made a pretty compelling argument to join the cult. Having that delicious food. For those of you who don't know Hare Krishna, it's like an offshoot of Hinduism that's kind of culty. A little bit culty. A little bit sell all your belongings and come live in our compound type of thing. But, man, they make a mean buffet, though. That's all I can say. All right. I think I'm going to play the game now. Looks like y'all have settled down.
45 seconds of gameplay.
Oh, and as always, I have no idea if sound balance is any good. In fact, for all I know, I was being drowned out by music during the whole intro, although you guys could hear what I was saying, so. We'll see how this thing performs. This is an early access. It was just released into early access about a week ago. For those of you who don't pay attention to the newest, hottest, trending games on the YouTubes and on the Twitches, this game is followed on the heels of Power World. Although it's a very different game than Power World, but it seems like it's quite a contrast that Power World came out and then a few days later this came out. And a lot of people that didn't like Power World like this. So. And I actually played Power World. I got it through Game Pass, and I just was just having a real hard time getting into it. I don't know. I might construct a little bit of garbage, but honestly, Brad, this game is not. It's really not that focused on building unless you want it to be. You can spend a lot of time building. Like I'll show you what I built. I think for me, it's like I'm waiting until I get access to more different building materials, and then I barely even touched the map. The map is fucking huge. And so I think what I'm really waiting for before I go on a real building binge is wait until I have more building materials and waiting until I find what I consider to be like an ideal location. That's because the further you get into the world, you get access to different biomes with better stuff. And they have a lot of fast travel options. Like this game is very much like not about, it does respect your time quite a bit. There are a lot of fast travel options. They don't do like the Valheim thing where you can't carry metal through it. Although you're limited to the amount of like teleporters you can use. All right. Okay. So the guys are a little bit like weirdly Hobbit-like in their proportions too. So it's kind of good. So I got a Strom. You know, it's one of my go-tos. We're gonna play Strom. Although I could show you. Wait. Can I change? New character. I'll show you the character creator real quick. It's pretty basic. Like there's all these presets and there's not a lot of additional customizations. It's like these are all the skin tones and faces, and you can't change that. Once you've picked a preset, all you can change is the hair style, facial hair, and hairstyle and color. And I don't even think you can change. No, you can't even change the eye color. So like, I chose this guy, and then you know there's a number. This is way early access, so I'm guessing they're gonna add more. But there's a lot of different hairs that you can choose from. And not a whole lot of different colors. Let's see, let's get that matching. And then, you know, a decent number of different beards. Or no beard. And then voices. And that's it. That's like, it's pretty basic. At least, yeah, there's no hang and dong in this one. But yeah, you make your own characters, and then I'm gonna just get back and play the one that I've made. And the character, you can take to different worlds. It's a little bit like Valheim that way. Now the multiplayer is, at this point, apparently not ideal. It functions, but the way that this game is like heavily built on quests, and they haven't quite sorted out how to make it so that everyone can do quests if they're on a server without boss drops something, it drops one thing. And so if you've got 15 of your friends there, It's like the other 14 are fucked. And it doesn't like respawn. You can do it again. You got to reset the server if you want to do the quest again. So there's some stuff about multiplayer. They're saying at this point, even though there is multiplayer, it works better and actually feels pretty good as a single player game. But the multiplayer, it is touting it as a multiplayer. But that's where you can create multiple worlds. Now the world is always the same, but if you for some reason I guess wanted a clean slate, or you wanted to have a world that was a world that you just went and played with your friends in, you could take that same character, I believe with all of their progression, and just jump into those other worlds. Hey, you think it loses points for not dragging dick? That's I'm trying to remember. In Conan Exiles, do you ever see it once you're in game? Or do you just know it's there? But yeah, and there's also, it's very much like an RPG in terms of like a skill tree progression with different sort of classes. Like I'll show you the skill tree once everything gets loaded up. But it'll look kind of familiar the way that you spend skill points. It's sort of a radial skill tree with different specialties that if you go different ways down the tree, like mage, hunter, rogue, warrior, tank, etc. And it takes a minute for assets to load in too. So I do not have an invisibility spell. There he is. And his textures are still not quite there yet. So the survival mechanics in this game are pretty light as well. There is food and stuff, but you don't get hungry or thirsty. If you've played Valheim, it's a little bit like Valheim, where the food gives you buffs, and you get stronger and stronger food that will give you better and better buffs, and then you can have 3 foods active at a time. So really, and I've got my corn is built. Harvest corn. I'm gonna let some of this corn. I'm gonna leave it and see if it goes dry. Because out in the world, I've found corn husks, but I've also found like dead dry corn. I don't know if that's because it aged and died or if they placed it. Because this is all the world that aside from what you crafted, is it was like the designer just made this world by hand, like very intentionally planned. So this is my place. This was my original house. Got my my bedroom. Now sleep is not necessary either. Really all that sleep does is you can pass the time. So if it's nighttime, it gets super fucking dark at night. So if it's night and you just want it to be day again, it's basically the only time you use the bed. You don't need it. You do get a rested buff for being in your home. You can see up in the top left it says rested 22 minutes. As soon as I'm out of shelter, that timer is going to start ticking down, but while you've got that timer, it gives you certain buffs out in the world. But basically, you build different workstations, and you unlock NPCs that are basically They're basically like crafting stations. So this was the premise of this game is there was some plague that wiped out humanity for the most part, but they found the technology to put a bunch of people into these like sort of like Fallout-esque life preserving pods, and you wake up from that and you're sort of tasked with fighting back this darkness. It is the shroud that's like corrupted the land, and I'll show you that in a minute too because it's very literal. And you are like finding other specialists and getting them out of like certain pods from certain places where they are still like in stasis. So that's sort of like the first one you unlock is a blacksmith. And then it unlocks like blacksmithing stations and a bunch of extra recipes. Then you get a hunter, and hunter gives you certain things, and then a carpenter. This is a farmer. So the farmer got me this table, and this table is what was able to now I can take plants I found out in the world and create seeds so that I can plant more. So that's how I have all this this corn out here and other little bushes and flowers. And then up here, is I got 3 of my crafters in here. There's my carpenter, blacksmith, and hunter, and their workstations. There's the tanning and some inventory, stash stuff. And then up here is the alchemist that does potions and magic-ish stuff. And they all give you quests at different points. So, like right now, I've got a bunch of quests and like table saw for the carpenter, hunter's hand spindle. And if you look on the map, this will show you the map. This is a part of a sequence of a quest to help find something that belongs to a hunter that will, I think if you find it, it will unlock more recipes and stuff for you. But this isn't the part of the map I haven't even looked at yet. And so far, I think everything's taking a little extra long to load in because I'm streaming at the same time. So this is where I am now. These are all the areas that I've explored so far. And you can see there's places all over the edges that I haven't been yet where there are like things are on my radar to go check out. But the actual world map, here's the edge here. The actual world map is huge. It's going, I mean, look how fucking big this is. And this is the only game I've been playing this week. Well, aside from I have played a little bit of I'm almost done with what was that laser puzzle game that I was playing last week? I can't remember the name now. I got to the top of the tower. I solved the puzzles that I couldn't solve during the stream last week. And I unlocked the top of the tower. Now I believe it's like the end game. But it was really hard, and I got frustrated, so I put it down. Talos Principle, exactly, yes, Evie. And so just to give you an idea of the scale, so now this is just what I've unlocked so far, but I'm gonna run from here to here. This represents a bridge that goes across the closest area of Shrouded area. And then there's these little ruins over here. So this will just give you an idea of the scale of the game. So this is my base. And then over here is this little village. It's actually not little, it's ruins though. And there's some shrouded areas. And here's the thing about the shroud. It's these misty areas, and when you walk into them, you see over my character, there's a yellow timer appears over the top center compass. It starts at 6 minutes. That increases as you build your base up. But for the amount of time that you spend in the shroud, that continues to tick down. And I think if you run out, you die. And there's a lot of questing and objectives that have to be done in shrouded areas. Now, as soon as I step out of the shroud, that regenerates back up to full. So I go back in, it's back down, counting down from 6 minutes. But it can be all the way down to 30 seconds. And if I just step out of there, it'll regenerate after a few seconds, back up to full. And then if I go in, but this is a very small area. And I've already looked here, but you can see, I remember there's what was here. I think there's not much at this location. Just small. And then the other side of it's right here. So it's just this little patch. There's just a few little patches of the shroud area. So, and that was, again, I started at my home. This is that whole area here. And one thing too, when you cut down the trees, they all regrow. Like, I don't know if it's the next time you load or within a day or two. Like, all the resources regrow real quick. So it's not a super resource grind. Even though crafting is a central component of this, it really is not a resource grind. The way that other games like Conan Exiles and stuff can be if you're not in like cheat mode. Okay, so here's that bridge, and then the bridge goes over. This is down below is a significant area of shroud. So that's the kind of area where that 6 minutes, if you start poking around down there, that 6 minutes starts not feeling like a very long time. If you've got quests and objectives to do down in those areas. And then just show you like the resource gathering. Like here's a wood cutting axe. It's you whack the tree a bunch of times, a bunch of wood drops. It's pretty generous with the stuff. So again, you don't spend a lot of time. Like in Conan Exiles, if you're playing it normally, or other games like that, you'll spend a lot of times just running around like the woods, cutting down trees. For like, you might do it for a half hour to collect up enough wood to build your place. This game, it's like literally, you cut wood for 5 minutes and you have enough supply of wood that you're not going to need to chop wood again for another 10 hours, probably. Though you're constantly in need of something. Here, you're like, oh, I need this, or I need that, or I need this kind of flowers, or whatever. They've got some cool traversal things. So like here, I've got a grappling hook so that you didn't have originally. So the grappling hook lets you run around like that. And you've got a glider too. And you don't get the glider to begin with. So here I am in the Shrouded area. Now the Shrouded areas actually are pretty gloomy and a little bit, they can be a little bit freaky. And here's these guys are pretty weak. The wand is not the most powerful weapon, but after you've upgraded some stuff a little bit, there's a lot of resources that you can only get in the Shroud. Like the trees that grow here have a different kind of wood called Shroud wood. And then they have plants that, like, you can harvest this liquid that you need for certain things. That's the kind of garbage you love. Yeah, I could still spend a lot of time chopping down wood if I wanted to. So, and the thing now too is, anytime that I want to, and there are certain locations in any home that you've set up, you can at any time just click it. Not in the Shroud. You can't do it from inside the Shroud, but as long as you're not inside a Shrouded area, you just click it, and you're there. So, and you can, this little central block down here only costs 5 stone to make. It, like, literally costs nothing. And you can drop one down anywhere. Like, that's what I've done. I set one down over here. Because there was some stuff over there I sort of wanted to earmark for later exploration. This might take a second to load because I haven't just been here. But I think right now, I think I might be limited to making 2 or 3 extra of these. So, but yeah, this literally, I was like, hey, I want to come back here later, or be able to come back here later. So I'm just gonna, I just noticed this thing. I might have read this already. So a lot of the storytelling in this is just finding text and things in the world. I've heard commentators say, and I kind of hope this is true, that maybe and during further development they'll get a little bit more into like having characters with voice dialogue and things like that, because the world design is good, and sort of the tone and the things that are happening in the world are good. But the fact that you got to read everything is going to be a turn off for some people, including me. I'm not always, I don't always like to sit down and be like, oh shit, it's time to read. Got to read everything. So this area this is all pre-made. These are like ruins of an old village and church and everything else. And there's all sorts of places like this around the map. And I think placing this thing will also cause, within a certain radius, like monsters won't spawn. But I really like the world design and the way the world looks. I think it's a very pretty game. I think the world feels really nice to run around in. I think it looks good. And it's like, uh-oh. Some bees coming at me from this hive over here. can knock down the hive, pick up some wax and some honey. There's another hive up here. I think that last one in trees like this, you actually got to chop it down. Yep, I think I just saw the... yeah, there's the hive. And then the trees will drop wood and resin, which you can use for certain things, usually to do with, like, fire and lighting and some other things. So let's see. I'm gonna head back home though. Oh, and then also you unlock these. See that big tower? It's sort of like puzzles getting to the top of those towers, and once you do, you unlock it, and all those towers are fast travel points that you can go to at any time, and that can be a big advantage because that will unlock. Like you can end up. Whoops! Did I hit the wrong one? Yeah, I did. Here's the tower. Ancient Spire. So you can teleport to the top of these spires at any time once you've unlocked them, and then use your glider to get, you know, pretty good distance from it. So, like, let's see. An area that I was exploring before. Actually, that last place was probably closer, but... let's see. What was I looking at? Alchemist Rumors. See what was Alchemist Rumors. Go to journal. But I also wanted... Alchemists heard strange happenings in the Springlands. A group of scavengers are abusing the elixir and conducting cruel and unusual experiments. Seek out their camp and smite them down to unlock an improved tool. It's getting a little late in the day, so actually what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to go back home and advance to the next morning. And then, was that the thing I wanted to do next? Go to the Alchemist Tower? I think so. Yeah. Because I do not like running around in this world at night. And if I'm going to embark on a journey, like as the sun's getting kind of down towards the horizon, I know I'm just going to end up wanting to find a way home. I don't want to be trapped in the shroud when the sun goes down. So, let me see. First, I'm going to put away the resources I gathered. Boom, boom, boom. That's where I put all these. I got my whole system here of what goes where. Alchemy, ingredients. Go in here. And then, you know how I love inventory management. This game is a lot less inventory management than most of the crafting games that I play. So this is where my uncooked foods go. Wait, did I have a honey that I want to put in? Yeah, here's the honey. Oh crap, I got a shit ton of corn. I may able to cook some corn while I'm here. Split stack. So here's my little cook stove. And gonna cook some corn. No, don't rob my house for food. Alali, it's not robbing if I have so much to share, though. There's plenty. I got fields of corn. There's plenty for everybody. Just ask my permission first, and then it won't be illegal. So saith the law. Yeah, I'm trying. I want to keep you guys on the up and up. And by the way, hello, Alali. Oh, god damn it. What did I just destroy? What was on the table that I just broke? Okay, whatever. I didn't mean to do that. Just had some sort of, did I break something of mine? Anyway, oh, also crafting and repair. This is another thing that's kind of cool. Now, right now, I didn't really wear anything down too much, but all you got to do is come back to a crafting table, and when you hit E, boom, on the top right or top left says all items repaired. Everything's automatically repaired, doesn't cost resources. So that's another example of something that's like super, like, yeah, your item durability wears down, but it's like, you don't have to use it, like, gather resources to fix your items. It's not a big pain. You literally, as soon as you come home and touch one of these tables, it respawns. Was it a vase that I had up there? I don't even remember. Can I just destroy other shit? Can I destroy this lamp? I'm not gonna try it. I like my little, yeah, I'm gonna switch this. This is my little firefly lamp. And, yeah, I like my little homestead. I got my first house I made out of stone. Then I made this one out of wood, but I have stone trim. Like the edges are made out of stone. I like the different things. Mixing the stone and the wood. I recently unlocked bricks. I found clay in a new biome and I unlocked bricks, but I haven't built anything from bricks yet. Alright, so the sun's going down. I'm going to make it be the next day, and I think we are going to... I'm going to take us back to this tower. And then, see, now that I think about it, why do I even have this home thing here? I'm going to come back to this home thing and take it, because I think it's just easy to, from this tower, to just slide down there, that I don't need to waste. You can only do a limited number of these home locations. So I think I'd rather free that up. And in fact, I'm going to do that while it's still dark, because that's not... That doesn't take anything. That's just another example of, like, that this game is pretty easy on the fast travel. On the traveling options. Compared to a lot of crafting games, it really doesn't beat you over the head with it. It really respects your time. So you just tell this thing, commune flame, extinguish flame, and then it gives you 30 seconds to change your mind. And once it's gone, it's gone. And I think if you built anything here, I think the structures might remain. But any of the items you placed, like workstations or any other of the specific items, I think those disappear when the flame goes away. And you don't have to stay here. I'm just still here talking. I'll head back home. And how is game sound, by the way? I can't tell if it's super... It feels like it might be really low. Do I have... Down? I've got this all up. Let me know if it's a little low, because one of the things that I really like about this game is I do like the music. I think the game has some really nice music. And it's subtle, but when I notice it, I like it. It is low. Okay. I think the game is relatively low volume. So I'm going to turn up my overall desktop audio a little bit. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully now it's not ends up being too crazy loud. So we're going to... Oh, no, I didn't mean to pick it up. Whoops. But that's just goes to show that moving stuff around is pretty easy. Like literally, I just held down E and then I picked up my bed and I can place that wherever I want. And they let you do that with pretty much anything that you've built. Unless if it's a storage that's got items in it, I think you got to move the items out. But aside from that, like, pretty cool. All right, I'm just gonna watch the skies through that window until they start to get rosy, and then I'm gonna get up. Now we're going in fast time because I'm sleeping. There we go. All right, and I think I'm gonna buff up on my food. I have 3 different foods: corn, roasted wolf meat, and then water. And you're just gonna buff me in a different way. The corn gives me +2 strength for 20 minutes. The wolf meat gives me +2 constitution for 20 minutes, and the water gives me extra endurance and stamina recharge for 10 minutes. Oh, and yeah, and I was going to show you the character progression too. I should have done that before I ate my limited duration food, but I've got so much food, it's not really a problem. This is under skills. So, and for some reason it says you can zoom out, but it doesn't actually let me zoom out. I don't know if that's for some reason on my machine is just being funny with that. It'd be nice to be able to zoom out a little bit. But you can see along the edges here, there's all these different, what they consider classes or specialties: tank, warrior, barbarian, athlete, survivor, beastmaster, ranger, assassin, trickster, wizard, healer, and battle mage. And you can see how it kind of bleeds together, like the warrior tank thing, where it comes close to the wizard, and healer, the battle mage is right there. And so you have each of these comes through. Merciless attack. Actually, I could unlock this now, but I've been saving my points. I have 2 points that I can spend. But if you unlock this, then it'll let you go here. Which, like the next, a lot of these are just attribute increases, so it increases your constitution. And then, if the further you go down a tree, you'll unlock more specialties. So I think eventually I'm going to be like going down warrior for like hack and slash, swift blades, and stuff like that. But what I've been doing more utility stuff. So up here, I'm not planning on being an assassin, but the assassin going in that direction allows you to unlock updraft, which means when you're using your glider, you can hit the space bar and like have one big like uplift for like 20 feet or something that increases your range. The other thing I'm building towards now is double jump. So basically, like, pretty familiar thing in games. You jump, you're in the air, and you can hit jump again while you're in air to like double your jump. So those little, just general gameplay mobility exploration increases, I think, are game changers. So I'm sort of focusing on those first. I think the first thing I did was sneak attack. I think it only costs 1 point, and that's where if the enemy doesn't know you're there and you shoot them with like an arrow or whatever, 10 times damage. So yeah, there's different little things. Very tempting things very close to the middle of the tree that I'm getting before I spec deep down any specific tree. But I think the way that it is I think it's 25 levels is max. You definitely will not get enough points to fill out all of these trees. So ultimately you do need to decide, or it's probably your best interest to try to specialize in, 1 or 2 trees, so your character actually gets some of the cooler stuff down towards the end of the trees. So, all right. Now, I think I was going to do, we're going to go check out the Alchemist's Rumors. Yeah. Ancient Spire. Oh, and I have got I've got a potion that will give me an extra minute in the spire. All right, since I set this as a waypoint, there it is. That shows up on my radar. Oh, this is actually pretty far from here. I'm wondering if there's a tower way down there. How far is that? Not that. I was thinking maybe I should go try to unlock another tower first. That tower down there. Okay, this world is huge, so just the fact that I can see that tower in the distance doesn't mean it'll be like a hop, skip, and a jump for me to get there. All right, now I think I'm just gonna make my way towards this thing from here. And you can swoop, you can dive. This is about the most gradual descent that you can do, but you can dive if you need to go down faster. You can cancel it and drop and then reactivate it again. This whole time it is burning through. You can see that in the center, that the green endurance is getting ticked away. So I never run out while I was doing this, but you can. Oh, goddamn. I killed the wolfie. And the areas, it's different areas have different level of creatures. So, and there's different creatures too where you go, but like wolves are everywhere, but in certain other biomes, the wolves are, you know, they're like higher level. All right, I guess I'm pretty close to whatever this rumors thing is. It's right down here. Okay, here's some mean critters. All right, let me take one of those potions. This is the Shroud Survival Flask. Now that adds extra time. So now my total time in the mist is, that my max is 8 minutes instead of 6. I'm in the Shroud, Brad. The spooky, scary Shroud. Oh, you know what? I don't even think my objective is in the Shroud. I just assumed that it was. I think I can craft those potions now, though. I was like, I think I just wasted a potion. I hear those guys. Ow! You sons of bitches. Jiminy. All right. Yeah, you guys should give me more meat. How is it I kill all these wolves and none of them have meat? There you go. There's a little bit of meat. Skins are good too. All right, so I think my objective is to come in here and just basically kill everybody. The alchemist rumors. Just go to their camp and smite them down. See what I'm dealing with here. So far, I'm not seeing a lot of. I don't like those traps. Oh, there's a guy up there. I just noticed. Boom. Is it on? Alright, I think I just blew my cover. Hey, doggies! And you can block. Oh, that guy doesn't even notice I'm here. You could do like a parry thing. If you time it just right, it stuns them. Combat is not super advanced in this game, but it's got a little bit of that kind of dynamic going on. Let's see. Don't forget the loot. There's that wolf meat that I love so much. That's two out of 2 at my wolf meat that I like. Metal scraps are also can be very hard to get a hold of. Now, you see the ground, everything is voxel based, so the whole world is, you can dig. Like, I'd actually dig a tunnel, like, right there in that hole if I wanted to. There's no reason that I would, but I could if I wanted to. But, yeah, and I think that becomes a permanent, like, that is going to be there from now on, that hole from that explosion. Oh, damn. Just spend the rest of the stream seeing how large a hole you can dig. Now, Brad, I would imagine that's exactly the sort of gameplay that would drive you absolutely, like, crazy. Isn't that exactly what you hate to see me do? Isn't that just like building? But you know what? Since you want to see it, Brad, who am I? Oh, I didn't really need that, did I? Who am I to take that away from you, Brad? Let's pick up all the shit that I could loot that was created by the explosion. And here we go. Alright, settle in, folks. If you don't drink coffee or tea, this would be a good time to start. Oh, we're gonna be wide and deep. Yeah. Oh wait, I should top off my water for extra endurance, because I'm gonna. You call this hole ripped in? Now the thing that I would like to do is make sure that I've got a way out. That's one thing, is you can't actually craft anything unless you set down one of those flame markers. You can only craft like buildings and stairs and shit like that. So in certain games like this, if you dug yourself into a hole, I guess you could dig a tunnel back out again here too, but you could just build stairs and climb out that way. Now my stamina got all the way depleted. Definitely gonna need some endurance for this holing. Yeah, you're right, Brad. I didn't think you'd be so enthusiastic to watch me dig a hole, but you know, I'm here to please. You know that, Brad. I'm here to please. Let's see, and I'm also getting a shit ton of stone for doing this, so that's exciting too. Oh, I'm out of stamina again. Yeah, you can. Well, the thing is I can always, as long as I'm not in a shroud, I can always just fast travel anywhere, any fast travel point on the map. Now, one thing about the digging, it's not like Minecraft where you're going to be digging a 2-mile tunnel in 5 minutes. It will let you dig just about anywhere, but it's not going to let you dig super big areas very quickly. But obviously, like, most people would not be spending any time digging a hole at this location, because it's just literally like a boss, like a quest, kill the monsters thing. But, you know, we're agents of our own free will. Maybe. And so, since Brad wanted to see this, that's what we're going to do now. We're going to make this... Call it Whole Town. We call it something else before. Now it's Whole Town. Yeah, let's give it that. And you can dig a hole, like I've seen people designing like hobbit hole houses and stuff. You can dig a hole and then build your house inside the hole. So I've already seen a few videos people put out where they're basically digging into a hillside and making hobbit holes. Uh-oh, but look at that pickaxe, though. I did not come equipped for an evening of digging. Let's just hope I don't need to dig anything else before we go back home. No mine shanties? Diggy diggy hole, I am a dwarf, and you remember that one? I am a dwarf, and I'm digging a hole, diggy diggy hole, diggy hole. All right, my pickaxe is now broken. Now, when I go back to a crafting table back home, that pickaxe is gonna go back up to 100%. So even if you use something till you break it, you never have to replace that item. And that's another nice thing about this game compared to other games. Well, depending on, you know, people, if they want more of this crafting survival challenge, they might be like, oh man, they make it too easy. But I think this is going to appeal to a lot of people who maybe would have liked this style of crafting type of game, except it's too grindy and too much of a pain in the ass. Ooh, the treasure chest. Explosive powder balls. All right. See, I've got my own. I got my own explosives that I carry around. I guess I could continue the hole, couldn't I? Diggy hole, diggy hole. Yeah, look at that. Look at all this. So this little thing that I'm carrying now, that one thing made this crater. So I'm not going to keep belaboring the point, but you know. And then it does have, like a lot of games do, where if you're breaking stuff, you know, you get at the very least some like wood for it. There was an animal skin in there, and now I'm noticing this explosive barrel over here. Yeah. Oh shit! I didn't realize it was another one about to blow. Just lost 2/3 of my health. All right, that's worth having a bandage over. Bandages are pretty cheap to make, so. It's exactly how bombs work on the ground. Yeah. Alright. Let me see. I'll continue my... Now, Brad, originally you wanted to see me fight all the time. You've had a tremendous change of heart. I think you were just afraid I was going to be building all the time. Wow, that guy is pretty resilient. Lockpicks. Lockpicking is pretty much automatic. He just expends the lockpicks. Apprentice wand. I think what let's see. What I've got is better than this. So if there's something you don't need, you can right-click it, and it says Salvage 42. It gives you these runes. Are basically like an upgrade currency, which you can then use to upgrade. I think all the weapons I have now are fully upgraded. And I think you can also use those points to respec your skills. It's a currency used for that as well. Oh, I have something to read here. The Gorger. We are captive 3 days now, weak and struggling with no food or water. This may very well be my last testament, but the scavengers are creating new horrors that I cannot unsee. Scavenger queens who've grown fat with gluttony are turning the dark laboratory in this encampment on themselves by infusing massive amounts of elixir straight into their hearts. I forget what elixir is exactly. It's something that maybe precipitated the end of civilization. But it was supposed to be like this big thing that was going to save. Oh, goddammit. Alright, hold on. Get the fuck out of here. Who's throwing Oh, this son of a bitch. How dare you throw explosives at me while I'm trying to read? Rude. Rude. Okay, maybe I should just focus on oh, goddammit. I think I could zoom out a little bit. Where's my zoom out? There we go. I feel like the zoom was a little tight for that. Oh, get out of there for that combat. Anyone still lingering up on the guard posts, or do y'all come down for me? This guy's still up here. I've taken some owies from these guys. Yeah, I've got enough resources that I really don't normally... Oh, shit! I don't concern myself too much with, like, looting just all the random shit, but sometimes when it's just laying there wanting to be picked up, why the hell not? Metal scraps are one of those bottlenecks, though. Metal scraps are something I can always use more of. Damn. I've fallen victim to my old diggy holes. Otherwise, well, I can't expand the hole until I fix my pickaxe, Brad. Got a little fixated on that. Broke my pickaxe. Oh, goddamn, this guy's looking nasty. Hey, buddy. Oh, shit. Just have a little snack. Just having a little snack. Hope you don't mind. Oh, goddamn. This guy's he's doing some messed up shit that I don't like. Because sometimes bandages just aren't going to cut it. There. Hey, I can repair my equipment right here. There, it's all done. Now I can dig more hole, Brad. I mean, as soon as I'm done with this guy. Yeah, he's like throwing poison bombs at me. He met his ultimate foe. This wall. He just didn't know what to do when I stood behind it. Oh, what was that ring he just gave me? Oh, health? Ring of health. Okay, I already got one of those. Scavenger matron head. Oh my god, this is the thing that I need to upgrade my base. I wasn't sure where I was going to get it. But to upgrade your base levels, you need certain crafting materials, and I needed this thing. I had no idea where. I think it's this thing. It was a matron head of some kind. It might have been a different one though. All right, good deal. All right, now let's loot. Now that I've got scraps, yes. Oh, and an explodey trap. And these guys. A wildwood shortbow, huh? Let's see how does this compare. I have a level 10 legendary. Precise, sturdy oak has a high rate of fire. This also has a high rate of fire. I think the bow that I'm using is a better bow. So I'm going to salvage this. I'm getting 56 of those currencies for that. I wish I could salvage rings. I don't really need this ring. I'm probably going to end up deleting it. That. Yeah, just wood. Alright. see, is there anything else? Anything else exciting here that I haven't seen yet? Did I go to these up stairs? Is that where I had the fight up there? I think I just jumped down from there, didn't I? The flying squirrel. Oh, there's a... There's a flame sanctum. Have I looked at these? Flame sanctums are... Ooh, Mistberry Caverns. Go to journal. The Queen's Tomb. The carpenter wants you to reach the hidden tomb. Former queen to unearth her treasures. I think I want to go back and turn in some of this stuff. How close is that flame sanctum? 300 yards? Maybe we can make it there. Although it looks like there might be some mountainous terrain between me and there. Maybe it's not going to be so easy. We're having an adventure. I think I've been around here. I've been in this a little bit up there. I think that's the queen, where the queen's tomb thing is. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna drop a drop one of these guys. Flame altar. Boom. And then I can just pop back here. Go back home. And do a little bit of inventory management. It's time to zoom back in a little bit. Did I? There we go. I think when I'm not involved in a lot of fighting, this is the zoom level I enjoy. But this actually is a decent zoom level too. How far out can I go? This is more than I like, but you know, you can choose. This is too close for me. But yeah, I like about this. Where we'll put our uncooked stuff. Oh, I should check out the, oh, dirt. Actually, I think I've been saving dirt in here, because dirt can be used to make farming soil. Rubble, I haven't quite figured out exactly what rubble gets used for yet. Have I been throwing that in here? I've been throwing it in here. And scrap arrows. This is my, extra weapon and ammo box. Adventuring equipment. I think I've been putting my extra bombs in here. Alright. Let's see what I needed for that upgrade. Wax, salt, spark. Scavenger matron head. Yes, okay. Charcoal, flintstone, and shroudwood. I can't remember all this stuff. Charcoal, I think I keep in here because I use it. Charcoal. Oh, flint here. And shroudwood. There's some shroudwood. What else? And there's two progressions. There's upgrade, which is the building range. And, let's see, flame level 2, 3. So in order to upgrade the altar, I need to be at the next level of flame. 5 sparks. I think I got... Sparks are what you get from the flame shrines. They are finite. So salt, wax... Salt, wax. I needed 5 of those sparks. Just gonna grab a stack. Didn't I just pick up the 5 sparks? Oh no, I got shroud spores. I should have 5 sparks though. Here, I got 5. At everything. All right, and I think this also increases my shroud level. So this is, I didn't even look at before what it was, how much it went up. It looks like it was up by 1 each. So now my default unbuffed shroud limit is 7 minutes. Attribute bonuses go from 2 to 3. Shroud passage level 3 to 4. I'm not sure what that means. I know that there are certain harder levels of like stronger shroud. Flame level is the strength of this, essentially the strength of this flame. And what it's supposed to do, the reason it gives you all these sort of buffs against the shroud is because the premise of the game is that the world has been it's enshrouded by this evil mist, and that you are the bringer of the flame that's going to burn away the mist. So by creating these beacons, you're actually like building a flame that's curing the world. So that's what that's supposed to represent. The flame strength. It's the flame that you are like building in order to fight back the shroud. Alright, let's put some of this stuff away. Oh no, charcoal we're gonna keep out. Boom, boom, boom. Actually got a good amount of metal scraps that time. What do I need metal scraps for? Oh, I can make scrap arrows. Ooh, I'm gonna make scrap arrows. Okay. Boom. What was that? Shroud wood. Boom, boom. Charcoal goes back in here. This is where we actually use the charcoal. Runes, I keep the runes in here. I've got 84. I had more than that. This stuff goes in the potions, and bones go with the alchemist. The bones in here. Potions I put in here. So scrap arrows are the next level up, and because metal scrap is actually hard to come by, I've been hesitant to start producing the scrap arrows, because right now I've been using flint arrows. They do 8 damage. I got about 200 of them. But scrap arrows do 11 damage. It's significantly more. I think the bottleneck now is twigs. I can only do 2 batches. Let me see if I've got more twigs. Where I keep my extra twigs. Ooh, am I running low on twigs? All right, well. These are actually, these things that I planted here, these are specifically to cultivate twigs. and I've got a shit ton of them. So actually, I'm gonna grab these, and then I'm gonna plant. I'm not exactly building up a huge number of twigs, am I, though? Getting carried away. Okay, here's the shrub seedling. We'll go all the way around the house with it. Give us, nice. I think are there things that I can break that give me a ton of twigs? I can't remember. I'm just suddenly aware that twigs are like a bottleneck for me. Alright. I should just go crazy and just plant all these. I'm just gonna plant a whole bunch of them right around this. I hope that once all these things grow, it's not gonna like, it's gonna tank my graphics card trying to render all these damn bushes I just planted. But I think if I grab a few, I can't believe I have at times had like a shortage of twigs, or an overabundance of twigs. Twigs. Well, running around at night is good because you can see the fireflies. You can use fireflies for different things. Fireflies, they're easy to spot. See the glowing patches of grass. But yeah, so this game has been scratching a nice itch for me since it has been a stressful week. And it's got that open world, survival, cozy home. Oh, it's getting dark though. Is it because I'm getting near a shrouded area? No, it's just getting fucking dark. Torch helps a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's fucking dark. I think there's a wolf that spawns over here too. A wolf here at nighttime? Yep. Hey, wolf! I gotta remember to keep an eye out for twigs, because I run by bushes constantly. But for some reason in my head, I just thought I had a shit ton of twigs. I don't need berries. I keep avoiding the berry bushes. They do not give you twigs. I've already got too many berries that I'm not using. Because I have better foods and I don't have any practical recipes to make good, efficient use of the berries yet. So I end up getting a ton of them. Oh, now it's already morning. Oh, crap. I think I almost slid off the edge of this. Fireflies. So yeah, and the more you upgrade your flame too, the farther your building radius goes. So at first you can't, like where these buildings, the edge of these buildings are, was the edge of the area that I could build in, and now it's like a whole lot. You can't see the area unless I equip a building hammer. In fact, I'll do that just to see because I'm curious now. My building hammer. Activate building mode. It's fucking dark though. But if I run it far enough, okay, here it is. This line right here is the border of how far I could build. So right now I could build like a pretty impressive compound. And it goes in that at that distance away in all directions from the flame, which is the exact center. Alright, put this hammer back. Oh, I should probably cook some more wolf meat. I'm down to 4 of them. I didn't even think to return to, I think it was the alchemist who sent me on the quest for that thing. I wonder if I was supposed to unlock more recipes to kill that, locate the quest location I just came back from. I know. It's relaxing in this game. Although you can't space out. Like you hold it down till it does that sizzling sound, and then you have to let go, and then you click again, and it cues the next one up. So it's really basic. But the first time I was cooking, I just kept holding it down, and if you don't take it away from the fire, it actually burns and turns into tar, which itself is a ingredient. It's a crafting ingredient for other stuff, so it's not useless, but not helpful if you're trying to get to. You know, stack up your food. All right, I think I'm gonna make. I've got enough to make some arrows now. So I can make three stacks of arrows for 150 scrap arrows. Yeah, I'll do it. 2, 3, and put the rest of the scrap in here. We're going to equip those. I think I'm going to save the flint arrows. Although I don't anticipate it being a problem to keep scrap arrows over time. The arrows last a while, but it's nice to have a supply of decent arrows. I'm just going to get rid of the wooden arrows. I don't think I'm ever going to use again. So I'm going to delete the wooden arrows. Oh no, this is the ammo thing. Am I keeping wooden arrows in here? No. Okay, copper arrows. We're going to just pile up our scrap arrows. So we have been finding scrap arrows in the world, just not enough a quantity of them that I've felt comfortable switching to them. I'd rather keep whatever arrow I'm using that I have in my inventory. I've got a lot of it. And copper arrows I can't even make yet. I've found copper ore, but I don't have the means to actually craft copper arrows. Let's see, bones and fireflies are both alchemy things. So what did I accomplish by... I still don't know where to get linen. All the next level armor requires linen. The other thing, I don't know where amber is too. I haven't explored these newer biomes. So did it? Alchemist rumors. Okay, guess it was the next part of the quest. Slaying the scavenger matron at the Hill of the Scavengers unlocked knowledge to craft an improved grappling hook. Ooh, I didn't notice that. The improved tool will require less stamina to use. Craft it with the help of the carpenter. Okay, so that is... I'm glad I decided to check the description. Here's the carpenter. Improved grappling hook. Well, yeah, I got grappling. Let's see, 3 spores, 1 shroud core, liquid, spores, and grappling hook.
Got a good eye,
Wait, do I not have a core? I don't have a shroud core. What do I need to make a shroud core? The shroud core you can craft. Shroud spores and shroud liquid.
Stay focused.
Alright. So we're going to make 1 core. Now I've forgotten what else I needed. We gotta throw us a way to pin the recipes too. I'm not sure if there is. Pin. There is. Okay. But I did get everything that I needed. Improved grappling hook.
You've got a good eye, Flame.
Do I have it equipped? There we go. Improved grappling hook. And it's less stamina and can be activated at larger ranges. Cool. I like that. The kobolds south of Goldshire. They drop candles too, don't they? Alright, let me put the rest of this stuff away. We'll figure out the game plan for the day. I think I was going to go back to the that Queen's tomb. So let's we'll have some corn and some wolf ribs and some water. And is there anything I want to put? What was this? A provisional scythe? Scythe? Oh my. This is a weapon? Alright. Hold on, man. Yeah. I don't think it's, well. Want to use this instead of the sword? Can it be upgraded? I may regret doing this. Of course, as soon as I use my food, and then I end up figuring out something else I want to do in my base. Upgrade, enhance equipment, provisional scythe. Enhance.
You still here?
So the main difference here is it does the same amount of wet damage as the sword, but the sword gives off a little bit of a glow, which is nice, and it looks pretty badass. The other comparison is that the sword only has 160 durability, whereas this has 250, and that durability has been an issue. So actually, I think I'm not going to get rid of the sword, but I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to keep the sword as my backup weapon. Let me put it here. And then we'll try this out for our regular weapon for a while. They do drop candles, but you can't take them. Yeah, that I've heard. I heard they really don't like it either. Are kobolds dog kobolds or lizard kobolds? I guess it's changed over time, hasn't it? All right. So because I dropped that I dropped that home block right here. I'm anticipating when we go into this tomb there are going to be some fights. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to deactivate this flame right now. Because these things are so easy to make. I can drop one anywhere. And I'm not sure if I'm going to... I only made this thing because I knew I wanted to come back like first thing in the morning. So we'll let that thing die out. And that thing that just glowed over here, this I believe is a spawn point. So if I die, you'll respawn at the last place, the last one of these that you got near. And when you die, you keep most of, I think you keep the stuff in your action bars and like your armor and stuff like that, but a lot of the loot that you have up here ends up getting dropped, so you do have to retrieve that. But it's not a super punishing death system. Oh, I need a lock? How am I doing on lock? I have 4 lockpicks, okay. Oh no, I thought you would have forgotten about the hole, Brad. You haven't, though. My goodness. I was sure it was just something you would have, you know, once we stopped talking about the hole for a while, you just would have forgotten about it. Diggy, diggy hole. You want me to sing the song, Brad? I know you probably love that, huh? See, one glory, one to ice, one to rule, and one to life. One ring. One is far left for the eldest, most regal. Beat the eagle. The high clouds and skin. This actually, to my brain right now, just sounds like a bunch of nonsense. But I think it did unlock a new location. I'm hoping that that thing didn't represent some kind of puzzle. Inside the main room along the spine, aching, one above both hidden, waiting. I don't know. I just don't have the focus to think hard about what that means right now. The next digging song should be Torn. I'm in a tomb and I'm running around. Tomb. I'll just do variations of that song and just have it apply to whatever I'm doing. Ow. I hear ya. You gonna come get me? Ha! Oh no, looks like Brad is not a fan of the Diggy song. Oh, looks like I can't go through there just now. I bet there's another way over there. Who would have guessed that Brad would not enjoy the Diggy song? Alright, don't want to go down there unless I don't need to. I probably will need to. We are in a tomb. That usually involves going down to the deepest, darkest, shittiest, most terrible. Oh, I hate these things. Oh, shit. Oh, I hate these things so much. Those things they shoot are like they're seekers, and they hurt. They hurt. I am a dwarf getting chased by a banshee. Banshee. There we go. See? I can make that song into anything. Oh, okay. So it looks like in order to proceed, I have to find 4 buttons. And as I find those buttons, those 4 things will light up, and then this will eventually unlock. So probably this is where I need to go. And I haven't been looking for buttons. I should look back where I was and see if there was a button. And that doesn't look like I can get through there. But when I was in here before, I wasn't looking actively for buttons. Sometimes there are buttons you can just press, but sometimes they're up in places where you can shoot them. Alright, so I think I've definitively concluded there were no buttons right here anyway. Probably back there somewhere. Alright, this is going to involve me going down. There's a button up there. I think I've got to get up there just to have the right angle to shoot it. Is that one of those banshee things? I heard something making a shitty wailing sound. What was that? I think something spawned in the next room. Alright, I'm gonna have to make more lockpicks. Which means I'm gonna need metal scrap. I should probably start breaking shit that might get me metal scrap. Those barrels with the metal bands. Oh, there's a place to go. Alright, I'm gonna go up here since I noticed it. I should have shot those exploding barrels from a distance. I probably could have killed them just by doing that. A pine shortbow. Holy, hold on. Do a little comparison. Pine shortbow. The sharpened broadsword. That looks marginally badass. I should have gone with that. Maybe I'll use that instead of the scythe. Alright, so actually this, even though this is a common weapon, why does it do so much more damage than the bow that I have? The bow that I have is... I think the reason the bow that I have is considered better is because it has these extra buffs that don't excite me that much. I think I'm going to switch this out. I'm not convinced I want to get rid of that yet, but this one, I'm not utilizing the buffs that make that one special. I'm not sure I care enough. And this sword, if I upgrade it, it's probably going to be pretty much exactly the same as this provisional sky. The difference is I like swords, so this might look more badass. I don't know, this looks kind of badass though. But it looks evil, you know, like swords are more like noble. Flint arrows, okay. Oh, here's a button. Alright, one button down. What we got here? Get me axe. Alright, time to start busting some of this stuff up. Cloth. Oh, treasure chest. Health potion? Sure. Oh, I got some twigs. Oh god. Okay, so was that explodey? Yeah, all that shit's exploding. Alright, I think we've cleared that. Oh, there's that button. Oh, was that accessible the whole time and I didn't notice it? Just noticed that ladder. Oh no, that wasn't a button. Never mind. Okay. All right, probably time for me to break out the shroud protection potion, because I'm gonna be going into some shroud pretty quick here. Soonish, anyways. There could be. Oh, I see you there. Go ahead, take a swing at me. Go ahead. Ow. Okay. Do it this time, but hit my shield instead of my face. I need to parry you, sir. Or not. My timing is not great. Owie. Some bandage on. Here, I think I'm still right next to the stairs up, aren't I? Just spent my first 2 minutes of Shroud fighting that guy. Let's refresh that real quick. Back up to 9, and then back in. Oh, lockpicks. Okay, crap. Gotta stop. Do I have any metal scraps? I'm down to 1 lockpick and I don't have any metal scraps to make new ones. Alright, I'm gonna continue exploring that first room before I move on to another one. Dark. Now, one thing that's kind of cool is you're running around like flame comes from you and lights up any nearby torches. Alright. A ring of mana. Well, I don't use magic, but maybe someday I will. Oh, that was all just for this. So I could have come back here without using my lockpick through that other door. And that's all that was down back, or at least back there. Never mind. This is the area. All right, I'm gonna go back up the stairs and refresh my my shroud resistance too before I go further. All right, there goes regenerating. Now I'm back up to 9 minutes. See that guy? Oh, he sees me too. I forgot I unlocked the jump attack. I should remember to use that when I'm running up on somebody like that. Boom. It takes stamina to use, but I haven't actually tried it on a living thing yet. I should. Oh, that thing was wicked. Look at these guys. Alright, that wasn't so tough. Oh, that thing just dropped the shroud core. Alright. Pretty grody looking area. Hey, Chevy guy. Do I play any first-person shooter game? Not often. And if I do, it's like not really what most people consider FPS. Like, it'd be more like playing Deus Ex or something, where it's like, yeah, there's shooting in it, but you wouldn't call it an FPS. So the short answer is usually not. Or if I do, it's usually a game that's focusing on some other mechanic that happens to have shooting. Like, say, Fallout or something like that. Fallout has a lot of shooting, but it's not, you wouldn't classify it primarily as a shooter. In the same way as you would, like, Call of Duty or something like that. I'm making you want to play this? Yeah, I haven't played Breath of the Wild, but some people like say that's a synthesis of like Breath of the Wild and certain games like that, plus Valheim. Oh, here's a button. All right, I think I might need to shoot this one. There we go. Is that? Can't remember if that's 2 or 3 buttons now that I found. There's a way to go over there. Let's go. Where do these stairs go? Can I refresh my, here we go. Refresh my shroud protection. All right, now I can see from over here, I've hit 2 of the 4 buttons that I need to find. Call of Booty. Wasn't that on the Spice Channel? Probably. I don't know for sure. When I was a teenager, I worked at a video store. That's how old I am. There were video stores. And as big chain video stores like Blockbuster and Hollywood started taking over, less and less video stores had X-rated video sections. And so ours is one of the last like kind of big-ish video stores. It was a privately owned. So we had a fairly robust adult section. I wasn't allowed back there until I turned 18, but then then I could. I'm out of lockpicks, and I need a lockpick to go back there. Okay. Gotta remember next time on my base to make lockpicks. There's probably a way over there still. I just don't. Yeah, I could even take some lava damage, but there might be a way around that. But they had all the stuff that was like plays on TVs and shows. I think my favorite one was I worked there right around the time Star Trek: The Next Generation came out, and there was a movie called Sex Trek: The Next Penetration. I always thought that was a pretty clever name. Oh, what is this? Hey, it's a treasure chest. That's what I mean about this kind of the world design here. Is this real feeling of exploration or reward for like, hey, what's that over there? And then Just like this treasure chest, what's in here is not going to be that mind-blowing usually, but it just looks cool and it feels happy when you see it. It's like, oh god, this is, you know, you come back here and you're like, what a cool treasure chest. It looks all like mystical and shit. Shepherd's Lightning. I don't know if I might I don't know if I have a better staff. I don't use staves, but because they rely on mana. But at some point, I might spec into mana. So I always try to keep the best staff that I can find. The adult section was typically separated by a curtain of beads. Yeah, we had like swinging saloon doors, but then you had to go around a corner to get to where the actual movies are, so you couldn't see them. Oh, here we go. You couldn't see the movies by peeking between the doors. Hey, there's another treasure chest. You would have liked it if it was a mimic. It wasn't. I don't think that's the thing in this game. I think this is a spawner of some kind. Hey, there you go, fuckers. Alright, don't want to go down there. I think this is that door that I need that. I'm at the other side of the door that needed a lockpick. I don't think there are any other buttons back here. I'm currently playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on your CPU, classic game. I still need to finish that. I have a problem with big games. Even my favorite games, I get burnt out before I can finish them. But Red Dead Redemption 2 is like, I feel like that's one of the best games. Whoa, shit. Oh my god! Just touching the lava? I thought I'd fallen in lava before and I was fine. Alright. I mean, you get hurt, but I don't remember dying that quick. Alright. Owie! Alright, let's re-up our food. And at least it doesn't matter that I'm adventuring at nighttime because I'm doing an indoor location primarily. Floor literally was lava, yeah. You know what? I should get my rested buff. It says resting inactive. Since I got a no, I took away the teleporter. Flame altar. I put the flame altar just right out here. Yeah, easy. Alright, gonna pop back home, get my rested buff, and then come right back. Yeah, but I remember the way our video store was laid out is it was a deep, like, it was a long, like, you go in the front, and the front, like, the storefront wasn't that wide, but it went back a long ways. And so at the very front was, like, the desk where you check out your movies, and we made this little area, it was like a castle, where it was the children's movies were inside there. We made it like a castle, and you go in, and there were, like, little toys for them to play with, and all the children's movies were in there. At the very front of the store. Guess where the adult section was? Very back of the store. Through the saloon doors. So, I don't know how many times you'd see the father and son come into the video store. And the father would be like, alright, Billy, go play in the castle. And the kid goes in the castle. And I like, people were, I think, embarrassed to go into the adult section. So, it was in the back corner along our new release wall, and it was right between, like, the new release wall was in alphabetical order. It was basically, like, right between something like L and M. That's where that corner was. So on the left side of the door was L's, and on the other side of the porn door was M's. So many middle-aged men loved to sit there and stare at movies starting with L and M, and then you'd look away for 1 second, and if you look back suddenly, oh, where the fuck they're gone now? You know exactly where they went, but they try to play it off like, oh, I'm just really interested, and I think they were like would wait till they thought no one was watching so they could slip in unseen. But yeah, I can understand that though. But yeah, hey, little Billy, go play in the castle. You think RDR2 is not old enough to call a classic? Calling your computer your CPU is that, did people call it a CPU? I don't remember ever calling my PC a CPU. I mean, I know it has a CPU in it, but I don't remember calling it that. I didn't start PC gaming until 1999. Well, that sounds, for some people that's forever ago, but for me I was already in my like my mid-20s before I started doing PC gaming. Yeah, they had a little hard time choosing between Little Women and The Matrix. Which one? Which one? Better start looking at these boxes. Read the description really carefully. Yeah, 1999 is pretty late in the game for good old G-Law. I got my food buffs. Okay. Some of this shit I'm gonna put away. I was gonna put some of this away. All right. I'm gonna head back. All right, here we are. We're gonna disconnect this thing. Now, wait, should I even, do I need to go back down to the shroud? Oh, I do to get my stuff, but I think I explored most of the shroud area. Oh god, you know what I didn't do? I didn't make more lockpicks. Hold on. Can I still catch this thing before it disappears? Wait, come back. Reactivate with 1 second to spare. Okay. I gotta make lockpicks. Let's get the old metal scraps, and I think lockpicks are something I can just make by hand. There's some things you can craft without a crafting station. All right, I'm gonna make. Yeah, I think having 10, that's good. Try to keep me topped off at 10. I don't want to use all my metal scrap on this. All right. Now we'll head back. Too late. Make it 12. Like the old saying goes, you know, there are never enough lockpicks. You know, however, all the old timers say that. Oh, let's see, there we go. A little bit of light. Good. Now we'll go back down and find my goddamn corpse. Can't remember where the hell it was. Oh, it's out past this door. Wait, where is it? I think it's on the map. It's on the mini map. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm definitely not fucking around with the lava anymore. I've fallen in lava before. And I was able to just bounce around a little bit, like ooh, ah, ooh, and then get through. Oh, here, this is how I got up. That. Why is that being so persnickety? That's what got me before. Why is that being so fucking weird? No, dude! No, dude! Son of a bitch! Why won't it let me grab onto the chain links? Alright, really embarrassing myself here. Wait, where the hell am I? This isn't where I was expecting to spawn. You think it's Brad's fault? Where the fuck am I? Alright, doesn't matter. I respawned all the way back the fuck up here? That's like the starting spawn. Oh god damn it, and I removed that. And I removed that thing. My teleporter. Now I'm a little irritated. Now this is when you start the game. You come out of... I think you come out of this thing right here. And the game starts with you coming out of here. And then, you know, you got little prompts to go and make a base, and it gives you a location, like the suggested base location. Go do this, go do it. It does give you some good directions to start. Little hint. This is like part of the tutorial stuff. Like, a vast world awaits you, filled with secrets and peril. Press I and navigate to the map to track your discoveries. And little. But my home is down there, so I'm just gonna whoop right off the edge of the cliff. That first place where they were like, "Hey, this is good. You can navigate this location for a good place to start your first base and build your first stone altar." I literally went exactly where they said. And that is where this stone altar is. Alright, I think I'm gonna do, redo. Just doing that for my, to repair all my shit. And I think, oh, the sky is already getting light outside. I was just about to rest so the sky got light. I'm going to go back to that tower then. I'm going to start this. I think the best way to get back to where I was is just coming back to this tower over here. Oh no, this is where I want to go. Yeah, I think it's still here and then floating down. And this time, I think I'm gonna plant the teleportation destination, and I'm just gonna keep it there till I'm done at that location. Because I did not anticipate respawning all the way the fuck back at my house. That was not part of the plan, man. Is this game available on floppy disk? Oh, I'm sure it is. You know, it's an indie studio. You know, they love floppy disks. As long as the ground is at a certain grade, I guess I can keep coasting down. It's like surfing. Alright. And then we're in and out of the shroud, lickety split. I think there's some wolves up here, though. Yep. Oh, that was not as dramatic as I thought it would be. I thought I might one-shot all of them. Hey, get out of here! Alright, that swarm is better done with wand. I wonder if this whole monster camp is respawned yet. I'm just curious. I'm not going to wipe them out again. Or I could always go back to digging that hole that Brad loves so much. Yeah, it looks like it's still white. I think these areas do respawn, though. See, my hole's still here. Brad, you still there? You want to see? You want to see my hole? Dig your hole, please. There it is. All right. Right back to it again. Wait, someone's attacking me. Oh, it's bees. Not all hives have aggressive bees, but you know. There you go, Brad. How do you feel now? How do you feel now that I'm doing this again? Please tell me everything that's going through your heart and your mind now that I'm digging again. I'm not even singing the song that you hate. I'm just digging. Just for the pure experience. Rounding things out a bit down here, you know? Oh, out of stamina. Which reminds me, I should eat. Although if I knew I was going to do this, I think there are foods that I could bring that are more specifically focused on bolstering stamina and stamina regeneration. Time to let the stamina regenerate again. I don't know. I did not get the enthusiastic, ongoing enthusiasm and joy from Brad at the fact that I'm doing this. He just said, dig your hole, please. He didn't tell me what effect this has had on his well-being. Without constant encouragement to continue digging, I'm going to end up getting distracted and doing some actual gameplay. Oh, Brad, you're relaxing and enjoying the digging. Okay. I'll keep doing it then. Oh, need to rest. This is the best gameplay that I'm capable of? That's not very nice. Please keep at it. Yeah, that's good. That's exactly the kind and level of encouragement that I was looking for, Brad. Is this one of your? I think I'm doing really good. I'm making it a big, wide, gaping, spacious hole. I mean, it's pretty unassuming when you're up here. You could think, oh, it's just, you know, it's just somebody blew up like there was a bomb and they blew it up. Like, little they know. And once you go down here, look what we got. It just, yeah, let's keep going further down into the earth too. think I could get 5% more hole dug with Walter the Hobo Vampire? One thing I can guarantee you is I'm not going to run out of stone anytime soon after this. I got 500 stone on my person right now. I don't even know how high the stack goes before it moves to the next. Usually you get to like 200 or something and it starts a new stack. I can eat all that stone later. Keep digging. Okay. Oh, did I mention to you guys? There is bone meal in this game. I don't think they let you eat it. Which is, again, totally unrealistic. And rude, but it's in the game. Yet another game with bone meal you can't even eat. Although it is an early access. Maybe they'll get their shit together. Oh, there goes the, there goes the pickaxe. Well, Brad, I guess I can't dig anymore. It's unfortunate. I'd really love to keep digging all night. I think the bone meal in this does have a little bowl. Yeah, I was playing some other game recently where the bone meal was just a pile of bone meal. But in this game, the bone meal does have... The bone meal does have... Wait a minute, where was the... No, it's going back up here. Bone meal does come in a bowl. You can craft more bone meal at the alchemist. All you need are bones. Yeah, I'm putting that craft more pickaxes right there on my to-do list. Okay. You don't like this running through fields? Is this suboptimal gameplay? Alright, I'm gonna do this now. I didn't mean not teabagging. Flame altar. Yeah, we're definitely keeping that there. Because God knows how many more times I'm gonna die before I get my corpse. You've never seen anyone play a game so poorly? Brad, that hurts my feelings a lot to hear you say that. You know what? Screw this. I'm using a lockpick on this door. What do you mean, no? Didn't I make 10 lock... Oh, my lockpicks. My lockpicks are on my corpse. Son of a bitch. That's why. Alright, screw this. I'm gonna go to work. Here. Here's one. I should have 2 tombs, though, shouldn't I? There's 1 lockpick. 16 meters. Where's the other one? Oh, is it up above? God, I don't even trust this thing anymore. The other tomb is right there. Is this gonna let me climb over? Just let me climb over, please. Alright. There's the rest of my lockpicks. Got it. Got it. Are there buttons around here, though? I feel like there should be more buttons. Because there are 2 more buttons I need to hit. Definitely not going that way. Alright, screw it. I'm using a lockpick on this door. I don't want to go back through that again. It's too stressful. I know there's a way I gotta be able to get up. Get up there. Am I missing? A grappling hook attachment somewhere? Your friend who didn't have a place to stay. She's looking to sleep in a car while she's staying with a friend. She made it work at her house. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. Wait, didn't I already? Wait a minute. Didn't I already come through here? Did I use a lockpick on this door already? Now I'm getting suspicious. I feel like I already unlocked this door. I'm starting to think I did. It's like the game senses I just built more lockpicks. It's like, screw you, buddy. We're gonna make you burn through all those now. Remember all those doors you unlocked before? They're locked again. Enjoy that. How did I get up above anyways? I was up there somehow. Ow! Yeah, the spikes. They got me. Missing something up here. How did I get across here? Oh, there was this. Okay. See, I gotta be missing something just like that. Oh, was the chest? Probably empty now. It's like, hey, did the chest respawn? Nah, it's just closed. Ow! Guess I should have used my glider a little bit there. I wonder if I can get on top of this thing from outside. I'm not finding an obvious way to get across. I also could be just missing a grappling hook. There it is. Okay. Back here? Open the torch. Sure enough. Huh. I'm gonna be hungry again. So I did get Taco Bell today. Taco Bell was quite the saga today, though. So I didn't get it until after work. But Amanda had to go early. Okay, this I think I can shoot this from here. There we go. Yeah, Amanda had to go to work super early, so she came back home at like 9:30. Or she left for back home at 9:30, and she actually texted and was like, I'm really early. It's probably too early for Taco Bell, huh? But I was in the middle of one of those oh shit meetings with my boss's boss. They're all asking me, like, basically focusing on me on how we're going to fix this problem we had. And I did not notice her text at all. And then when she got home, she was mad that I didn't notice her text. I got in trouble. It's like, so. But then I ordered Taco Bell delivery after work. Although it was touch and go, because the lady I ordered the Taco Bell from, the delivery driver, it showed she picked it up, and then she stayed in that the shopping center parking lot for 15 minutes after it showed picked up. What the hell is she? I don't know, something weird was going on. Okay, probably this area back here I need to actually get in. So I figure out how to get over there. Can I bust through the wall? Maybe, oh, I don't have a pickaxe. Maybe I could have tried with... No. She's just chatting it up. I was like... It was just weird, because I'm like, what, did she stop to have a cigarette? Did she get on the phone, get in a fight with her boyfriend? You know, who knows, maybe she got in a fight with someone else in the parking lot. You get people, you don't know what kind of shit they're up to. It was also someone who, I noticed had a lower overall average rating, approval rating, than most of the drivers. So I was like, yeah, I'll bet she's not on her game all the time. Like, who knows? Who knows what's up? Sometimes people go to work drunk. They do all sorts of shit they shouldn't be doing. It makes them lose focus. Or, damn, her car could have stalled out. She needs someone to jump it in the middle of the... normally, if you're going to be on Uber, though, I think you have to show that your car's in, like, pretty good mechanical shape. At least that's my understanding. Alright. I don't know where the fourth button is. But I feel like I gotta figure out how to get through here. And this hole up here is really taunting me. I don't think I can break open a door like that. Listen, buddy, I'm allowed to be drunk at work. I work in marketing. Yeah, but your job is probably not to go drive places, you know? I still have my burritos left. I got bonus burritos. Get in there. All right, again, I asked the question, is there a way I can get on top of this building and then come in through one of those holes in the ceiling? That's where we're at. Oh, that's a good point. I don't know if the bombs will work in this environment. I could give it a shot. Keep saying ineffective. I'm saying effective against the monsters that are in there. I don't think that's doing jack. Try one more. I think it's basically, yeah, when it says ineffective, I'm thinking that means that these aren't things you can just destroy. But that was good thinking though. Thanks for that. That was definitely worth a try because I wasn't. There are certain things in here that would be destructible. Well, no, it's not even giving me an option for a key or anything else. I could be missing something to open it. Now I kind of want to see if there's a way I can get on top of this mountain. Oh, time to re-up the water. Yeah, I get all three of them. I don't know if I'll be able to get up this shit. Ooh, okay. Alright. Some strategic use of jumping. Uh-oh, okay, this is getting iffy. I'm pretty sure I died around here because I slipped down one of these. If I could get over there. Okay. Alright, I might be closing in on coming down on top of this thing. Ooh, look at it. This is the top of the temple. Haha. Alright, now if I can figure out where the hell that room was, I think it's probably this back corner over here. Don't worry about this top of the temple shit. You should be worrying about the bottom of your hole. Constantly thinking about my hole, Brad. Alright, I'm seeing live shit down there, so I think that... I think this is where I need to be. Or at least where I'm trying to be. Let me see if there's anything I can see from up here. Like I'm going to look down and see a button. Like, oh, there it is. All right. Yep, this is where I want it to be. Come on, poke your head around the corner, bitch. There you go. Now you're dead. Oh, button! Yay! Oh, and that opened this. Wait, was there a stairway leading up here that I could have come up the whole time and I just didn't notice it? Son of a bitch. This is where I was 10 minutes ago. I just didn't notice that this was actually something I could have run through. Well, I mean, I gotta hand it to the game though. It did give me alternate ways of like figuring out how to get. I got creative and I found a way to get in here. Had I been more perceptive, I could have been in here a long time ago. But you know, still made it work. Now all buttons have been pushed and that door should be open. To walk off. So I'm afraid I was gonna like walk off there'd be a gap in the bridge or something. Alright, what kind of bullshit's gonna happen when I open this up? Let's get my, my weapon ready. Pike means bulwark. It's a... Oh, is this like a badass shield? Melee power, max durability, plus 25 health. Alright, I think, that's... I got a 7 block here. It's actually not that much better than what I have, but it does have some... It gives me the health bonus, and, yeah, definitely worth using. Pretty badass looking, too, compared to a regular, soldier shield, wooden shield. That'd be you when you play Baldur's Gate. It took you forever to leave that ship. You're afraid you're gonna go die from running out of time? Usually that game doesn't do that. They might give you instill a sense of urgency, but usually I don't think it's time limit. But I have worried about that. Some of the Baldur's Gate games in the past have been that way, where they don't tell you you have a certain amount of time to do a quest, but like if your companion has a quest that they want you to do as a condition of them joining you, and you just forget about it, like 2-3 game weeks later, they'll be like, hey, asshole, remember you were going to save my girlfriend. And then if you still keep doing it at a certain point, I think they just quit. They'll like quit your ban. I don't think they like fight you. But... All right, I think it was going to come... I was going to say I could probably if I get back, can I get up on that hill over there? I played it a little bit when I streamed it a couple weeks ago, but I haven't been. It's too much of a thinky game a lot of the time for me. Even though, ironically, what I was playing were puzzle games, which also require thought, but it's a different kind of thought. Not like paying attention to a bunch of details, leveling up a group full of people, all that stuff. And if I'm in the mood for that, like, I'll be totally into it. But I just keep being like, I just don't want to deal with... I get decision fatigue from work, and then I don't want to deal with, oh, son of a bitch, it suddenly just became pitch black. I'm so close to that thing. Okay, what I'm gonna do? I think I have the leeway to make another one of these. Or another one of these guys. Enemies nearby. Okay. There we go. Now there's not enemies nearby. Alright, well first we'll play a little cleanup. We'll go back to that other one that I'm now not using anymore. Get rid of that one. That's why you play your dating sims after work. You're tired of doing something that feels like work. That's how I feel sometimes. So, but then there's a time when I'll get an itch real bad for a game like that, and then I'll be totally into it. But what it comes down to for me, too, is like, I know that when I'm in the right mood to play that game, it's an awesome game. But if I force myself to play it when I'm not really in the mood, honestly, it's good enough that I'll still enjoy it. But I could be enjoying it a lot more if I'm actually in the mood for it. I'm gonna put this in here. We're going to put uncooked mushrooms in here. I think it's just time to get rid of this shield. Delete it. Any other, that's right, Trons. Sure. Very insightful.
Aha!
There's this. Right. Oh, bones. There's bones here. Okay. Bones, logs, lockpicks. That's a lot of cloth. Okay, plant fiber. Probably don't need to carry a shit ton of that around with me. Let's split that in half. Got lots of plant fiber on backup. Hey, Jeff! Welcome. The yard catching me probably near the end, because I'll be honest, the shit that's going on at work that I'm dealing with right now, and the spotlights are on me from on high, I cannot afford to pull any kind of a late night tonight and then go into work half asleep. Not gonna work if I do that. I think first thing in the morning, I'm meeting again with my boss's boss. You know, whatever. I've exaggerated a little bit, but you get the point. And they're expecting a progress update on the big emergency thing that I'm in the middle of working on. And in some aspect, orchestrating. Oh yeah, I should fix my shit. The final boss fight at work? Not quite. I mean, the bosses aren't... You don't fight the bosses. Bosses are pretty... You know, they're nice, but... It's, when you know that the reason you're doing this is because, like... Usually it's because they've discovered something that we've done that's going to piss off the client. And the thing that I was able to find out is the thing that they thought we'd done... that they thought they discovered, like, oh shit, it's all this stuff that I worked on 4 years ago. When I did a specialty, I did a lot of specialty with stuff that had to do with bankruptcy. And when I was the first year or two that I was working at the job. And then we moved on from that project, and we've been doing other things since then. But something came up that had to do with the bankruptcy accounts relating to that project that I worked on. And it wasn't anything that I did wrong myself necessarily, but it was something that looked really bad. And they're like, it suddenly looked like we dropped the ball on a whole bunch of things. But no one really understood that whole process and that whole like world over there of how all that stuff worked. And so that's why they ended up bringing me in. And so they found like 150 items that looked like we might have fucked up real bad. And then I got looking at them and I realized like, oh, no, this is not what you think it is. I mean, we still need to go over them to make sure that there are no loose ends. But the thing that you think is wrong is not actually wrong. It's just that such and such department miscategorized these items. Like they entered them as a certain thing that they are not. And because they were categorized in a certain way, it looked like they were super emergency on fire items that no one had ever dealt with. When in fact, they were not those things. It was sort of like, I think they were just sort of a weirdo subset of items that we've dealt with that this department who was entering them into our data did not know how to classify So they used a classification that wasn't accurate. But once discovered, there's 150 of these things that look like they hadn't been dealt with. And we're talking each one is thousands of dollars. So the fact that we would have left that many just hanging there unresolved for years would have been like our client that we worked for would have probably been extremely pissed. And so I was able to determine that no, in fact, no, these had all been resolved 4 years ago. We fixed them all. We worked them all, almost all of them. But we need to make sure, because some of them are legit. Like, there's out of the 150, I've come across one or two so far that they still weren't as bad as we thought they were, but there was stuff like people dropped the ball and there's going to need to be some follow up. But for the most part, it's looking like most of the items are like they were already dealt with. But anyways, it's big enough a deal that like people from the top brass, like very high up in the company, are very concerned about it. And so there's a lot of high level eyes looking at this, and I'm pretty much the one that figured out what the fuck was really going on with them. Well, I appreciate that, Brad. Even though I didn't dig hole as much as you wanted me to, you still consider me top brass? Despite the crushing disappointment that now you gotta admit, I did do some hole digging though. It's not like I completely left you hanging on that. But go dig the hole more. Yeah. I think I'm gonna wait for sunrise, and then I'm gonna go back to where I was and find that sunshine. We're not picking up the bed. We're sleeping in the bed till it starts to get light outside. Then we're getting up there. Starting to get light. Getting up. Got the rested. Alright. Now we can actually see what the fuck's around. There's a little cave down there. It's not my objective, but now I can't help but poke my head in here. Probably got like wolves in it or some shit. I'm seeing bones. Alright, well. Whatever it is not here right now. And that spooky thing we saw in the middle of the night, I saw a spooky glowing zombie thing out here. I think that was only here at nighttime. 83 meters that way. Alright, so it looks like I still need to go up to get to the thing that I want to get to. Here, let's get the, continue our focus on the twigs. But yeah, the place that I'm looking for is like way up there. We will find a way. Maybe this trail goes up there. Oh, maybe this is it right here. What the hell is this shit? Alright, I'm not so sure I like this. Alright. Got a little aggressive on his ass. What is this staff? A vaporous staff. Still doesn't look better than what I've got at home. I'll still grab it. You know what? I'm gonna salvage it. Thanks. Yeah, I found this was what was the end treasure in that queen's tomb that I spent an hour dying over and over in trying to loot my corpse. But now I got a badass shield. All right, what is this thing? Take blessing. All right. Volcar. I don't even know what that blessing does, but I'll take it. There's some skins I can get. There we go. Hey, I just went up a level. Alright, let's see if I got enough skill points to get that double jump. I do! I need 4, and I just got 4. I got my double jump. Boom. Boom. There we go. Just what I always wanted to be able to do. Double jump. I'm noticing all sorts of furs lying around over here. Grab those. Animal fur. Each one of these is 2 furs. Yeah, I'll take that. Alright. It's time to poke my head in here. Alright, and well, the thing I was looking for is this. This is what the currency I use to increase my base. The spark. One of the base increasing currencies that you cannot craft. And this is where I like these shrines where these flames are have this like very mystical music that plays, which I think is pretty cool. This very subtle music, but when I notice it, I like it. Okay, I think table saw for the carpenter, test of skill. What was a test of skill? Hunter's hidden hunting ground. Investigate the area and see what lies there. Alright, well first I think I want to go back and take this, I'm gonna reclaim that flame stone thing there. Oh, wait, I didn't catch the part about I should dig more. I just noticed that, Brad. And I just missed all that stuff. An hour that could have been spent better digging. Would that have helped you unwind and relax after a long, stressful week, Brad? Just watching me dig for an hour? Been to. I'm sort of trying to set my eyes on like what seems to be like the next most obvious tower that I can check out. So then I can show you guys a tower too, like how those work. This is, I'm pointing back down at the one that I've already been to. I could have sworn there was one in this direction that I thought looked, or up this direction. I might start forging out towards that one. That one looks pretty fucking far away. Oh goddamn. Bees. In the wilderness, tales. Oh, where was this one? I think this chest belongs to my my blacksmith. One of the bottlenecks is I can't do copper ore. Let's see where this is. All right, that settles it. I'm actually having a complete change. I want to set that as a waypoint. I do have a fast travel point set up over here. I'm redirecting because I think there's also a tower in that vicinity as well. But I'm just looking at this armor that I'm wearing, and it's shoddy, you know. But it's the best I'm able to make right now with the recipes and resources that I have. And Brad, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that I keep playing the game and not digging some more. I know this may be shocking to hear, but digging too long kind of made me bored. I mean, maybe that's what we need after a long week. A little bit of boredom. I'm having fun exploring the world. I think I'm going to end up going into a different biome, too. So far, y'all have only seen me in one biome. Let's see, what am I pointing at here? All right, I am pointing back in the direction I came from. Alalie, if you had this game, are you saying that you would not just spend an entire evening sitting around digging a giant hole? It's playing that combat music, but I don't see anyone coming after me. Yeah, that's right, Chauncey. Chirp. Chauncey really has a way with words. I'm surprised it's late. I'm surprised she hasn't gotten into one of her big like chirping tantrums that she gets when it starts to get usually around 9. If I haven't covered her up yet, she goes into this like chirping tantrum. I've already been here. This is where I found the farmer. She just starts like doing these little chirps. They just sound like little yelp, like cries. They sound really super whiny. She's mastered the art of sounding super whiny. She's just starting to perk up a little bit. I think she's building up. I think she's building up to it. I'm not seeing the, I thought there was a tower or something. Maybe I'm just too... Oh. See you there. Okay, I have been here before. I explored through this thing, which is kind of cool. Seems like this would have been a really cool place to hang out before the world ended. Oh, they've got a little bar. You go order your drinks, you sit down. Nice time. But, hey, and some scrap metal. I like that. I'm not going to waste my time here right now. A man with a mission. So then here, for the first time in this biome, you start seeing this stuff. This is the clay. which is needed for bricks, which I'm not building anything at the moment. Not in a building mode, but this is a new, like, deeper forest biome, which I think is kind of cool. I also found copper for the first time, so I mined a little stack of copper ore when I was in here before. I can't smelt it. That's why I'm thinking I want to find the blacksmith's box to see if that gets us any closer to being able to smelt. Yeah, that's where we're going. Can you dig half a hole? Nope. Just a whole hole. If I... Oh, what's this? Like, I got no reason to be in this hole. This hole? Look at this hole. Except that it's got weird colors and cool shit in here, and I just want to see what the fuck's in here. It's like a cool hole. Ooh, amber. Fireball 2. Okay. Something you can use as a staff ammo. What is this shit? Luminous growth. Well, it says I can make a luminous block. I'm gonna guess that's some sort of a building material. Alright. I'm just gonna collect a little bit of this. How much should I bring? I'll get one more. Alright. And we'll have a little rest. Maybe I'll have some water. That's right, Chance. Chirp for sure. More amber. Let's get into some enshrouded area. Oh, some copper ore in there too. Copper ore. Is this like a copper mine or something? Yeah, I think Chauncey's ramping herself up. Ooh, look at these glowing mushrooms. And I can make seeds for these and probably plant them in my garden if I want to. Gave me a notification of like a seed that I can make. Alright, I see you. Oh shit. Back off. Yep, Chauncey is Chauncey is starting to amp up. Oh, I didn't even see this thing here. Jump attack does do a good bit of damage. Alright, Chauncey. She's definitely amping up. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna cut this off with the path. Yeah, because right now you're just getting crabby because you're tired. You've been uncovered too long. She needs to be. I know. Oh, I know. You crabby girl. You are a crabby girl. I can see that. That's how you know she's crabby. Is she chirps like she's trying to get attention, and then if you go over there, she hisses at you. It's like, yep, you just being a little crabby lady right now. Singing the song of her people. Yep, the crabby song. Is this more of that same luminescent stuff? I think it is. Yep. She just wants a few cashews. The thing is, when she's light, I do have some bargain cashews that are they're not very good, but she likes them. Oh my god! I see a chest down there, but I don't want to jump down there when I don't know how to get back up. This is a whole thing. This place. Just a random hole in the side of a hill. Yeah, not going down there. Oh, look at all this. Look at all that. I think that's a whole shitload of copper. Alright, well that's good to know. Maybe I should place a teleporter right here. Can I put one here? I sure can. All right, this is gonna be my my copper source. But before I get super into copper, oh, I'm like, why is it letting me dismantle? Then I realized it's considering this part of my base now. I was like, oh, all right. Oops. I guess that's good. It was time to refresh my food anyways. Get my torch out. It's flipping dark in here. What I'd like to do is find a way to get and explore down below without it being a falling and not knowing how to get out situation. Yes, it's true, Brad. I could probably dig a way up, but it could be a pain in the ass. Oh my god. So this is like a boss area. Some a little bit of all right, very wary of this, but this is these things generate a whole lot of like the shroud shit. And just gonna chop this. Oh, son of a bitch. Who's coming for me? Alright, I think there's some spawners I gotta take out. Tight quarters here. Let's kill this thing. All right, and now the shroud that was down here is, see how it just cleared up? I'm no longer taking shroud damage, so that's good. Looking more of those assholes to spawn though. They're probably still down here. Yeah, this is so crazy. This is just a random hole in the side of a hill, and look what it's turned into. This is the kind of exploration that I think is really cool. It's a really cool world design. Like, I was just on my way to some other objective, and I'm like, what the hell is, look at this, that cool looking hole in the side of the hill. Dig your way out, you huge wiener. I just saw that. I never knew you had such a passion for digging, Brad. This bow's looking kind of... 15 power. Oh, power is power different from damage? Oh, that's 19 power. Oh yeah, okay. No, this is my new bow. We're going to salvage this one immediately. And then this one's got some upgrades we can do too when we get back to our crafters. Oh, treasure chest. I could sleep here if I want to, but nah. There's a whole bunch of this shit around to dig up if I want it. Wait, I didn't poke my head in here. There is a treasure chest. More explosive balls. It's important to make sure you've got lots of explosive balls. See, I think I can get a bunch of stuff from this. Cloth and copper ore. Maybe I saw secret. No. Oh yeah, definitely some stuff to kill down here. Always give warning before your balls explode. No, it's a good, wise words. Wise words to live by. Alright. Well played, Wolf. He was just waiting for me when I came back down. There's another one over there. I see another one in the distance over there. Or not. It was! Some stuff. Oop. There's one of the holes that I saw from up above that I didn't want to jump down. More explosive balls. Wow, I'm really all about the explosive balls this evening. Something about this hole makes me want lots and lots of explosive balls. I don't know what these entendres mean, but they're all building up to something. And some metal scraps, I like that. And climb up this so I can jump there. You hate it when your balls are explosive, Nick? I think it depends on the context, you know? But sometimes balls need a little explosion. Oh my god, we're such infants. Sorry, Brad. I know Brad hates this shit. Sorry, Brad. This hole sucks. It's only a good hole if I excavate it myself. Is that what I'm hearing? It's a dark and creepy hole. Alright, I think I've explored everything down this hole. And instead of spending an hour digging a tunnel back up, now I know that there are grappling hook latches over here. Sorry, no, it's disappointing, Brad. Dig sideways until you're free? I don't know if digging sideways would get me anywhere except deeper into the earth. Oh god. Oh, am I in a new area now? I thought I was backtracking, but I think this is part of the time that I haven't been before. There's another wolf right there. This tunnel system is the gift that keeps on giving. Big old golden chest. Oh, that's a big old... I think that's a big two-handed axe, though. Let me just make sure. Charcoal? Seems to be a stupid way to... Yeah. I can mass-produce charcoal. I don't need it to take up an inventory space. Okay. Big axe. But I like having my shield better. So we'll keep it one-handed. I think there you can spec into like a two-handed. So you get bonuses with two-handed. But I like the one-handed and whoa, what? There's a... Now that is an ominous hole. Nope. No, sir, I don't want to go down there. But what if I do? Fuck it. Oh, I think I've already been here. I have. Just getting a little lost, no worries. I could just teleport back to... Ah, here we go. I could teleport back to the thing that I dropped earlier. Just find my way out that way, but what's the fun in that? If it's nighttime, I think think I want to move this flame protection thing like closer to the exit. Until I'm ready to do some mining, I'm gonna shut this one down and open another one outside. This location doesn't even have a name, apparently. Dog murderer, hole digger quitter. Wow. That's a lot of shade you're throwing my way right there, Brad. As the kids say. Or probably said 15 years ago, but I'm just picking up on it, throwing shade. Alright. Oh, don't care for that. Nope. Wait, why is it glowing like that? I think it's glowing by virtue of what it is. It's an angry, glowing plant that probably shoots fire at you if you get close enough. It's all those ambient sound effects. Ambient. Poison sac. Okay. What's all this stuff? Oh, dismantle. Never mind. I'm here to dismantle. All right. Home again. I like to be here when I can. Cooking time. Let's see. We could put some meat. Put away the meats. I think I'm gonna put my shit away and then probably call it a night. It's like I said, I can't do a late night. And honestly, this is this type of game, like the kind of evening I'm having a real chill, kind of nice time with you guys tonight and playing this game. Even though I know Brad would like to see a lot more digging, but you know, still. I am having a nice time. Okay, do not need extra torches. Where? Copper ore I was putting in here. Luminous growth, I think, is in. No, we're gonna keep this in the other place. Put luminous growth in here. I don't know if it's the nicest time I've ever had, but you know, it's not bad. Just stream from work. Tomorrow is all hands on deck mentally. What am I? Okay, amber I think we'll put in here. Oh, hardwood. That's new. I don't know what gave me hardwood. Alright, this stuff. I'm gonna put this in here. But digging will give you think it was the digging that that's how I ended up with that hardwood? all underground. Ooh, a poison sac. I feel like the poison sac should go in the alchemist's room. Yeah. Oh, why did I have animal fur in here? I don't need to carry animal fur around with me. Alright, this big old axe. Eat the animal fur? Oh, this is a chance to make sure I can't eat bone meal. Oh, that's the problem. The bone meal comes in a sack, not a bowl. That's probably why you can't eat it. It's more like the ingredients to make. It's like if you got a bag of malto meal, you know, you can eat it, but you got to prepare it, put it in a bowl first. So maybe I'll get that ingredient later. Become the animal. That would be quite a trip. Strap that sack to your gaping maw. Wow, that's a beautiful image. All right. I think it's time to close up shop, folks. Get the hell out of here. Boom. And whenever you quit the game, when you come back, you respawn at your last home or your main home. And so technically you can quit anywhere in the world. When you come back, you're gonna come back into your home. But that's also something that's good to know when you're if you're in the middle of playing and you want to continue exploring where you are, you got to make sure you've got a quick way back there. Oh my god. I'm tired now. I don't think I'm not gonna do a bunch of hangout right now. I think I'm gonna transition to lullaby time. Because tired and I gotta go. I gotta eat a little something and need to get up early. Since we're gonna chat for a bit, we may as well dig while we do it. Just even though I've closed the game out, I'll just start digging into the wall next to me here. But no, I'm gonna close up shop. I gotta wrap this up. I can't let myself get swept away in an hour of conversation. That fucked my shit up. So we're just gonna do this. It's like ripping off the band-aid. Lights off. Right? See, I know this is very sudden. I know this is shocking. Go to sleep. Wait a minute, hold on. It's the wrong one. Yes, this is the one I want. Go to sleep and good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now. Ollie, Brad Pritchard, Ebert, Spring, Nixie, maybe Madros, Jeff Harbaugh. Go to sleep. I'll be waiting for you in your dreams. Joss. You there, Joss? I wonder how Joss is doing.